Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel for another stream. The World Championship of Darts draw is going to be tonight in 10 minutes' time. I'm going to be covering the World Championship draw, so please make sure that you all stay tuned, as this is going to be magical. This is going to be magical, seeing who everyone's going to get in round one, round two, and obviously through the rest of the World Championship. This is where everyone looks to in the darting year. Who are you going to get in the first round of the World Championships? Who are the seeded players going to get if certain things happen, and then they can start to plot their potential route to the final. The seeded, not the seed. The numbers of the draws are down in the banner going across there. I will quickly run through them, and when I mean quickly, I'll be really quick. 1, Rids. 2, Smith. 3, Raymond van Barneveld. If you're wondering what I'm reading off, I've got a massive list of the draw numbers here, so it just makes it 10 times easier for me. 4, Ryan Joyce. 5, Adrian Lewis. 6, Scott Mitchell. 7, Alan Suter. 8, Martin Klimacher. 9, Darius Labanauskas. 10, Richie Eddowes. 11, 11, Luke Woodhouse. 12, Jamie Hughes, 13, Mike Clivenhoven. 14, Robbie John Rodriguez. Then it's Steve Beaton, William O'Connor, Ricky Evans, Keane Barry, Jason Heaver, William Borland, Ron Munelkamp. We've got Steve Lennon, Rusty Jake Rodriguez, Lewis Williams, Florian Hempel, Jermaine Wattamina, Joe Mernon, Ryan Meikle, Chaz Barstow, Ted Everts, Adam Hunt, Jason Lowe. And then you've got Lisa Ashton, Roman Benecki, Bradley Brooks, Matt Campbell, Lawrence Ilagan, Nick Kenny, Boris Koltsov, Boris Kritchmar, Nitin Kumar, Roy Dunlam, Chris Landman, Daniel Larson, Danny Lauby Jr., Paul Lim, Charles Losper, John Michael, John Norman Jr., Diogo Portela, Madaz Razma, Ben Robb, Juan Rodriguez, Martin Schindler, Fabian Schmulzer, Fallon Sherrick, Takosa Shibata, Jeff Smith, Kwai Smith, Raymond Smith, Lee Hao Wan, Jim Williams, James Wilson, and Yuki Yamada. Those are the 64 ball numbers, and I'll quickly show you the seeds. So the first seed, Gerwyn Price. 32 seed, Kim Huybrechts. 16th seed, Stephen Bunting. 17, Dirk van Dijvenbode. 8, Johnny Clayton. 25, Gabriel Clemens. 9, Michael Smith. 24, Glenn Durrant. 4, James Wade. 29, Vincent van der Voort. 13, Joe Cullen. 30, Simon Whitlock. 5, Dimitri van den Berg. 28, Devin Peterson. 12, Christoph Ratajski. 21, Mervyn King. 2, Peter Wright. 31, Damon Heta. 15, Ryan Searle. Can't speak. 18, Danny Noppert. 7, Jose de Souza. 26, Mensur Sulovic. 10, Nathan Aspinall. 23, Brendan Dolan. 3, Michael Van Gerwen. 30, Chris Dobie. 14, Dave Chisnell. 19, Luke Humphreys. So hard going through all of these. 6, Gary Anderson. 27, Ian White. 11, Rob Cross. And 22 is Daryl Gurney. So we are about 6 minutes away from the first round draw. So just to explain what is going to happen, there will be two players drawn out from one side. So 1 from 1 to 32. And then they will play 1 from 33 to 64. So for example, I'll just pick 2 random numbers out. So number 12, Jamie Hughes will play, as an example. 52 is Ben Robb. And both of those will play against each other in round 1 to take on the number 1 seed, Gerwyn Price. And then it'll go down the list. So 32, Kim Huybrechts. For example, Darius Labanauskas will play Matt Campbell for a place to play Kim Huybrechts. So it's 2 players against each other to then play the seed in round 2. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it does make sense. Please make sure to smash a like on the video and subscribe as always. Your support is fantastic, and I knew I had to do a draw for the World Championships. So as the draw happens, I will obviously be editing the banners. So at the end of it, we can go through the draw, recap the draw, and see exactly who's got who. Let's turn the TV up a little bit. It is on Sky Sports News. So it's on Sky Sports News, and we are currently about 5 minutes away from the draw starting. So if you want to get any, predictions in for a draw, I'm going to go for one prediction. I don't want to try and predict everything because it'll be impossible. My one bold prediction is Gerwyn Price will play the winner of Adrian Lewis versus Paul Lim. So Adrian Lewis against Paul Lim. The winner will play Gezi Price. That is my prediction. And like I said, number 1 to 32 will play against 33 to 64. So you can't have, for example, 16th, the ball number 16th against 10. So you can't have Raymond van Barneveld versus Adrian Lewis in the first round. And we're in the studio, Emma Payton and Wayne Mardle. The Sid Waddell Trophy. So I'm excited for this. I'm absolutely excited for this. Why is Fallon at the draw? Oh, I really don't get this. Why is Fallon Sherrock at the draw? What? This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is absolutely ridiculous. Fallon Sherrock is in the draw. How can she possibly be at the draw? Oh my God. What are the PDC doing? What are Sky and the PDC doing here? They are ruining Fallon Sherrock. Where's Bradley Brooks then? Bradley Brooks should be at the draw if someone that's involved in the tournament is allowed to be there. This is an absolute joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How Fallon Sherrock is in the taking part? If she's taking part in the draw, like doing the draw, that's ridiculous. I'm against that. I'm really against that. If Fallon Sherrock is actually taking part in the draw, like doing the draw. This is a massive moment, and all what she did last year and is doing now, there's more to come. Yeah, what about Lisa Ashton? Lisa Ashton has won 10 times more than Fallon Sherrock. This is a joke. This is an absolute tragedy. Oh, she's not actually doing the draw, guys. She's not actually doing the draw. Thank God for that. Phew. I thought she was actually doing the draw then. That really would have done my head in, to be truthfully honest. Gezi Price, of course, won the World Championship last year. Beat Gary Anderson in the final. This, for a darts fan, is one of the best days of the year, isn't it? Gezi Price. I'd love Gezi to win it again. But I absolutely love Gedwin to win it again. Game Shulner, third leg. Gedwin Price. I really want him to go back to back. Please, of course, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. I hope I can update the banners quickly. No, Dave Chisnall hasn't got a chance, in my opinion, mate. Gerwyn Price could play Johnny Clayton again in a big event. You know, the Worlds is the biggest darting event, but oh, just get on with the draw. Stop talking. It'd be interesting to see who is going to win it. Obviously, we won't find out until the 3rd of January, of course, but mental. Please do make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to try and get 2K, like I said, by the end of the World Championships. So what I'll be doing is I'll be updating that. So it'll say Gerwyn Price versus player A or player B. And then at the end of the draw, we can go through the entire draw together. So Gerwyn Price will play. So Gerwyn Price is against Richie Edhouse or against Lee Hao Wen. So Gerwyn Price will play Edhouse or Wen. Kim Huybrechts will play Steve Beaton. So Huybrechts will play Beaton or Sherrock. Fallon Sherrock will play Stephen Beaton in the first round and Huybrechts if she beats Stephen Beaton. Stephen Bunting will play Ross Smith or Jeff Smith. So Dirk van Duijvenbode will play Jermaine Watamina against Boris Koltsov. Johnny Clayton will play Keane Barry or Royden Lamb. Gabriel Clemens, the German giant, will play Louis Williams. So Gabriel Clemens will play Louis Williams or Shibata. Michael Smith, Bully Boy, will play Ron Munelkamp or Lisa Ashton. Michael Smith will play Munelkamp or Lisa Ashton. Glenn Durrant will play either William O'Connor or Danny Lauby. Glenn Durrant will play O'Connor or Lauby. James Wade will play will play either Mike Kyvenhoven or number 59, Kai Smith. Vincent van der Voort will play Adam Hunt or will play Hunt or Kritchmar. Joe Cullen will play either Everts, who recently won the World Youth Championship. So Cullen will play Everts or Jim Williams. So Simon Whitlock, the 20th seed, will play either Clearmaker. So you'll play Martijn Clearmaker, Simon Whitlock, or number 48, John Michael. Dimitri van den Berg, the 5th seed, will play either number 25, Florian Hempel, or number 54, Martin Schindler. An all Welsh, all German tie to play Dimitri. Devin Peterson will play either Jamie Hughes or Raymond Smith. Christoph Ratajski will play either Steve Lennon, number 51, Madaz Razma. Mervyn King number 4, Ryan Joyce. Mervyn King will play Ryan Joyce or number 34, Roman Benecki. Peter Snakebite Wright will play Peter Wright will play either Ryan Meikle or number 55, Schmulzer. Fabian Schmulzer is 16 years of age. Damon Heta will play number 11, Luke Woodhouse, or number 63, James Wilson, the Flying Biscuit. I think that's what it's called. Ryan Searle will play number 20, William Borland. So Ryan Searle will play William Borland or number 35, Bradley Brooks. That's a very good game, Borland against Brooks. Danny Noppert, very good player at the moment, will play number 19, Jason Heaver, or number 53, Juan Rodriguez. Jose de Souza in round 2 will play number 32, Jason Lowe, or number 44 is Daniel Larson. Jose will play De Souza. Will play Lowe or Larson. Mencio Sulovic will play number 7, Alan Suter, or number 50, Diogo Portela. Nathan Aspinall will play in round 2. Number 27 is Joe Mernon, or number 46, Paul Lim. Nathan Aspinall will play Joe Mernon or Paul Lim. The history maker, Brendan Dolan, will play either number 1, Callan Rids, or number 64, Yuki Yamada. MVG, Michael Van Gerwen, will play either number 29, Chaz Barstow. So MVG will play Chaz Barstow or John Norman Jr. Number 30, Chris Dobie. He will play either number 23, Rusty Jake Rodriguez, or Ben Robb. Dave Chisnell will play either number 9, Darius Labanauskas, or Charles Losbert from South Africa. Luke Humphreys will play number 14, Raby John Rodriguez, or number 38, Nick Kenny, the Welshman from Cwmbran, local to me. Gary Anderson will play the runner-up from last year. Number 5, Adrian Lewis. Gary Anderson or Gary Anderson will play Adrian Lewis, or number 36, Matt Campbell. So Adrian Lewis will play Matt Campbell to play Gary Anderson. Ian White will play number 6, Scott Mitchell, or number 43, Chris Landman. Rob Cross will play either number 3, Raymond van Barneveld, or number 37, Elagan. Barney or Elagan will play Rob Cross. And the last one, Daryl Gurney, will play either number 17, Ricky Evans, or number 41, Nitin Kumar. So that is the draw done. I will run through the draw quickly. So the draw for the 2021-2022 World Championships. The number 1, Gerwyn Price, will play either Richie Edhouse or Wen. Kim Hybrex will play either Steve Beaton or Fallon Sherrock. Stephen Bunting will play either Ross Smith or Jeff Smith. Dirk van Duivenbode will play Jermaine Watamina or Boris Koltsov. Number 8, Johnny Clayton will play Keane Barry or Paul Lim. Gabriel Clemens will play either Jim Williams or Shibata. Michael Smith will play either Ron Munelkamp or Lisa Ashton. Glenn Durrant will play William O'Connor or Danny Lauby. James Wade will play either Mike Kyvenhoven or Kai Smith. Vincent van der Voort will play either Adam Hunt or Boris Kritschmar. Joe Cullen will play either Ted Everts or Williams. Simon Whitlock will play either Martijn Kleermaker or John Michael. Dimitri van den Berg will play either Florian Hempel or Martin Schindler. Devin Peterson will play either Hughes or Raymond Smith. Jamie Hughes, that is. Christoph Ratajski will play either Steve Lennon or Madaz Razma. Mervyn King will play either Ryan Joyce or Roman Benecki. Peter Wright will play either Ryan Meikle or Fabian Schmolzer. Only 16 years of age, Fabian Schmolzer. Number 31, Damon Heta will play Luke Woodhouse or James Wilson. Ryan Searle, fantastically in the Players' Championship, will play either William Borland or Bradley Brooks. Danny Noppert will play either Jason Heaver or Juan Rodriguez. Jose de Souza will play either Jason Lowe or Daniel Larson. Mensur Suljovic will play either Alan Sutar or Diogo Portela. Nathan Aspinall will play Joe Mernon or Paul Lim. Brendan Dolan will play Callan Rids or Yuki Yamada. Michael Van Gerwen will play Chaz Barstow or John Norman Jr. Chris Dobie will take on Rusty Jake Rodriguez or Ben Robb. Dave Chisnell will take on either Darius Labanauskas or Charles Losper. Luke Humphreys will take on either Raby John Rodriguez or Nick Kenny. Gary Anderson will take on either Adrian Lewis or Matt Campbell. Ian White will take on either Scott Mitchell or Chris Landman. Rob Cross will take on either Raymond van Barneveld or Lawrence Ilagan. And then Daryl Gurney will play either Ted Everts or Nitin Kumar. Get your predictions in or get your thoughts on that draw. Some decent games in there. I'll bring some standout games. So I'll just bring some standout games. So Steve Beaton takes on Fallon Sherrick for a place to play Kim Huybrechts. I think that's a decent game. I think Fallon can beat Steve Beaton. And realistically, I think she could beat Kim Huybrechts as well. So she could be potentially will be potentially in a game against Gerwyn Price. Another interesting game is this one. Ross Smith against Jeff Smith to play Stephen Bunting. I think that's a potentially cracking game. This one is absolutely... where's it gone? Can't find it. Where's it gone? There. Joe Mernon or Paul Lim to play Nathan Aspinall. That is a fantastic game. That is going to be something decent there. Joe Mernon against Paul Lim. Some decent ones as well. Obviously, you've got Adrian Lewis against Matt Campbell to take on Gary Anderson. And obviously, Raymond van Barneveld could play Rob Cross in that one. Let me know if I'll do like 5 minutes or something just to run through some decent games. But let me know what player you want to look at if you've missed some of the draw. I'll run through all the Welsh players as well, first of all, because obviously I am Welsh. So the number one Welsh player, Gerwyn Price, will play either Ed House or Wen in the second round. Second Welsh player, Johnny Clayton, will play either Keane Barry or Royden Lamb. Royden Lamb. Jim Williams will play Shibata for a place against Gabriel Clemens as the next Welshman. And then the next one is Nick Kenny, if I can find it. Who did Nick Kenny get drawn against? Nick Kenny. It's so hard because I've got it in draw order. Nick Kenny. Did I even write Nick Kenny? Oh, there. Nick Kenny will take on Raby John Rodriguez for a chance to play Luke Humphreys. That's a good game for Nick Kenny. He will play Raby John, which I think... I'm not too sure. I think, unfortunately, Raby John beats him. But if he can, get over the line against Raby John, he's got a decent game against Luke Humphreys. I think Luke Humphreys will give him a bit of a game. Well, it probably will be a very good game he will give him. And the winner of that plays Dave Chisnell, Labanauskas or Losper. So this part of the draw is actually really decent. The main part is this part of the draw, though. Look at this. So in this section of the draw, you've got Gary Anderson versus potentially, this is potentially, so you've got Gary Anderson versus AD Lewis potentially. Then we'll play the winner of Ian White versus Scott Mitchell. And in this section, you've got Rob Cross potentially against Raymond Van Barneveld to play the winner of potentially Daryl Gurney versus Ricky Evans. What a section of the draw this is, though. It's just some of this part of the draw are really good. And then you've got this part of the draw, which is not that stacked. Where's it gone? Here we go. You've got this, which is not that stacked. You've got James Wade against potentially Kyvan Hoven, Van der Voort against Adam Hunt, Joe Cullen, Everts. You know, there's some parts of the draw that look insanely good. And then there's some parts of the draw that, you know, it's just not that good. Conrad says, hello, I'm coming from Germany. I will show the German contingency and who they've got. So let me go down the list. So Gabriel Clemens will play the winner of Williams or Shibata. The next German you've got is, let me just go down the list. Florian Hempel or Martin Schindler will play Dimitri Vandenberg. And then your youngster, 16 years of age, Fabian Schmulzer, will play Ryan Meikle for a chance to play Peter Wright. I'll tell you what, if that is a gateway to putting yourself out there as a 16-year-old, if you can get past Ryan Meikle, you will be playing the former champion of the world, Peter Wright, which, as a 16-year-old, he probably, well, look, if you get beat, of course you're going to get annoyed and upset. But realistically, the chance to be in that situation is just insane anyway. So hopefully you're happy with that, Conrad. I mean, how good is this Fabian Schmulzer? Because he's 16 years of age. He's come through the international qualifiers. So is he something to look out for? People that need a big tournament. Simon Whitlock, I think, needs a really big tournament in this one. He plays Martin Kleemak or John Michael, and then we'll play Joe Cullen, Ted Everts, or Williams in the next round. So, you know, you've got to be sort of. I think you've got to be worried of potential upset, because there is a load of potential upsets in here. There's a lot of players that will be coming into this tournament expecting to, you know, get really far in the tournament and then just pull out a very good opponent. I mean, if you look here, right? Oh, I forgot to show Louis Williams. Louis Williams. Where is Louis Williams? Louis Williams. Where are you, Louis? I can't remember how far Louis Williams got drawn out. It might be at the top of the draw. Louis Williams. There. So Louis Williams, I got it wrong, actually. It's not Jim Williams against Shibata. It's Louis Williams against Shibata. And Jim Williams is against Ted Everts. So Louis Williams takes on Shibata to play Gabriel Clemens. I think, I could be wrong with this, so look, don't quote me on this, but I think Louis Williams has beaten Gabriel Clemens before in some sort of tournament. I can't remember, so like I said, don't quote me on it, but I think he has. But anyway, I'll tell you what, this is a good game. If Keane Barry gets through Royden Lamb, Johnny Clayton, Keane Barry will be a decent game. Lisa Ashton, who did she get drawn out against again? I totally forgot. Lisa. So Lisa has Ron Moonerkamp to play Michael Smith. Lisa Ashton, I can't remember if she beat Michael Smith, but it was a 6-5 game against Michael Smith on the tour. I can't remember if she beat him, actually. She might have actually beat him. So we'll look at the women, the two women, their chances then. Fallon Sherrock. Probably the most exciting one of the two women, Fallon Sherrock. She plays she'll play Kim Huybrecht, sorry. And if she beats, she'll have Kim Huybrecht should she beat Steve Beaton. I don't know if she beats Steve Beaton. Look, Steve Beaton is one of those that has been on the tour for a very long time, hasn't he? So he could very possibly be the end of the road there for Fallon. But we know what the crowd's going to be like. Fallon Sherrock, they're going to be up for it. She's going to have the crowd on her side, and rightly so, I think. So should she come through Steve Beaton, which I think she can, she then has Kim Huybrechts in the second round. Should she get past Kim, she's then got basically Gerwyn Price, providing a massive shock. So Fallon Sherrock potentially versus Gerwyn Price in the third round of the Worlds. The winner of that will play the winner of Stephen Bunting versus Ross Smith, Jeff Smith, Dirk van Duijvenbode versus Watamina or Koltsov. So Fallon Sherrock has got a decent chance of getting at least to the third round. I think she will get to the third round, Fallon. How deep she goes into the tournament, I'm not too sure, but I think third round for Sherrock is what she'll probably get. And then Lisa Ashton was to play Michael Smith. Where's that gone? And Lisa Ashton, like I said, Ron Munelkamp stands in the way to play Michael Smith. Should she beat Michael Smith? Right, this is a massive opening in the tournament for Lisa Ashton. So she has Ron Munelkamp, gets through that. She's got Michael Smith. And then she's got either Glen Durrant, O'Connor, or Danny Lauby. Lisa Ashton could be in the last 16 of the Worlds, should it go her way. Because realistically, if it's... But then again, William O'Connor or Danny Lauby probably beat Glen Durrant, unfortunately for Glen. I just don't think he's at the level yet. Paul Lim. What did I say for Paul Lim? I forgot about Paul Lim. So Paul Lim is Joe Murnan, it's Joe Murnan in the first round, and then it's Aspinall in the round 2 if he gets there. And then in round 3, should he get past Nathan Aspinall, it is Brendan Dolan, Rids, or Yamada in the last 16. So, when we start to break the draw down and, look at potentially openings for players, there's real chances that some players could go deep in the tournament if it starts to open up for them. Because we saw a few years ago, Darius Labanauskas got all the way to the quarterfinal just with the draw opening up for him and him just taking that opportunity. So someone like, Lisa Ashton, maybe, an Alan Suter, Barney. But look at Barney, right? Raymond van Barneveld, of course, former five-time world champion. He's got Lawrence and Lagan in round 1. It could go so good or so bad for Raymond van Barneveld because he could lose to Lawrence and Lagan. I think Lawrence has a good World Championship record, not in terms of performances, but he plays really well in games. I wouldn't put him favourite against Barney, but Ilagan could definitely cause an upset. So should Barney win that, he's got Rob Cross in the next round. And then he's got either Daryl Gurney, Ricky Evans, or Nitin Kumar. Realistically, I do see... Right, I'll get into my predictions in a minute. I'm going to actually do my predictions now. So I'm going to do my predictions for the World Championship. So, because why not? So I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you, I want to go through my predictions now on stream. My early predictions. So let me just put myself in the bottom corner. Right. Let's go through my early predictions then. Richie Eddowes against Lee Ho Wen. I think Eddowes comes through that. Steve Beaton, Fallon Sherrock. Over 5 sets, I think Fallon gets past Beaton. Ross Smith, Jeff Smith. I think Ross Smith gets through that. Jermaine Watamina, I think, beats Boris Koltsov. Keen Barry beats Royden Lamb. Louis Williams. I think this is a 5-setter against Shibata. I'm going Louis Williams to get past Shibata to play Clemens. Lisa Ashton, I think she will get past Ron Munelkamp. And I think that'll be a massive, not shock, but a massive bonus for the women's game. And I'm going to go Danny Lauby to get past William O'Connor in that one. So second round, I've got Richie Eddowes versus Gerwyn Price, Fallon Sherrick against Kim Huybrechts, Ross Smith against Stephen Bunting, Jermaine Watamina against Dirk van Duijvenbode, Keane Barry against Johnny Clayton, Louis Williams against Gabriel Clemens, Ron Munelkamp against Michael Smith, and Danny Lauby against Glenn Durrant. To get into the third round, I'm going to go Price to beat Edhouse, Sherrick to beat Huybrechts, Bunting to beat Smith, Van Duijvenbode to beat Watamina, Clayton to beat Barry, Clemens to beat Williams, Smith to beat Ashton, and I'm going to go Danny Lauby to beat Glenn Durrant. So going into the fourth round, I think Gerwyn Price will beat Fallon Sherrick. I think Stephen Bunting will beat Dirk van Duijvenbode. Clayton will beat Clemens. And Michael Smith will beat Danny Lauby. So in the fourth round in this section, I'm going to go Gerwyn Price to beat Bunting, Johnny Clayton to beat Michael Smith, and I think that Gerwyn Price gets into the semi-finals by beating Johnny Clayton. So I'm going to say Gerwyn Price gets to semi-final 1. Section 2, Mike Kuyvenhoven against Kai Smith. Kuyvenhoven gets past Smith. Adam Hunt gets past Boris Kritschmar. Ted Everts, Williams. I'm going to go Ted Everts to get past Williams. Martin Kleemaker to get past John Michael. Martin Schindler to get past Florian Hempel. Jamie Hughes to get past Devon Peterson. Steve Lennon to get past Ratajski. And Ryan Joyce to get past Mervyn King. So that will put James Wade against Kuyvenhoven. James Wade will get through that one. I think... No, I'm going to go Vincent van der Voort to beat Hunt. Cullen will beat Everts. Whitlock will beat Kleemaker. Dimitri van den Berg will beat Schindler. Devon will beat Jamie Hughes. Ratajski will beat Lennon. And Ryan Joyce will beat Mervyn King. So the third round, I've got Wade to beat van der Voort. Cullen to beat Whitlock. Dimitri to beat Devon. And Ratajski to beat Ryan Joyce. Sets up a fourth round where I think Joe Cullen will beat James Wade. And I think... So Joe Cullen will beat Wade. And I think Dimitri will beat Ratajski. And then it will be Cullen against Dimitri in the quarter. I'm going to go Joe Cullen gets to the semi-final. I'm saying Joe Cullen gets to the semi-final in Section 2. Section 3, I think Meikle beats Schmulzer. I think Woodhouse beats Wilson. I think Brooks beats William Borland. Who's got Jason Heaver? For some reason, it's not come up on here. So Jason Heaver has got... I don't know why it's not come up on there. Juan Rodriguez. So that should be Juan Rodriguez. I don't know why that's happened. Heaver beats Rodriguez. Jason Lowe beats Larson. Suter beats Portela. Paul Lim beats Joe Mernon. And Rids beats Yamada. Which means Peter Wright beats Meikle. Damon Hector beats Woodhouse. Ryan Searle beats Brooks. Noppert beats Heaver. D'Souza beats Lowe. Alan Suter beats Mensur Suljovic. Paul Lim, Aspinall beats Paul Lim, and Dolan beats Rids. So I think Wright beats Hector. I think Searle beats Noppy. I think I think Jose beats Suter. And I think Aspinall beats Dolan. So in the fourth round, Peter Wright will play Ryan Searle. I think Ryan Searle will lose to Peter Wright. And I think Aspinall will beat Jose. That is my bold prediction. Aspinall will beat Jose. And then in the quarterfinal, Peter Wright will beat Nathan Aspinall. So far, I've gone for semi-final 1, Gerwyn Price against Joe Cullen. And semi-final 2 is Peter Wright versus. And then obviously I'll go through here. Right, I don't know why it's not updated this. It's not updated this. I will go through it myself. So Chaz Barstow plays John Newman. I think Barstow beats Norman, and then he will play Michael Van Gerwen. All right, I'll just do this when it comes later to the time, actually. I think that's what we'll do. We will come back to the predictions later down the line, closer to the World Championships, maybe in the next week or so. But get your thoughts in, guys. Let me know if there's any games that you want me to sort of break down, because there's a lot of really quality games in there. I'm going to go through the first round, and I'm going to pick my round 1 tie. My round 1 tie of the round. You take part in this as well, guys. Let me know your tie of the round for round 1. So round 1, I'll go through all the round 1 games so you can see them on screen. Rich Harris against Wen. You've got Beaton versus Sherrock. Ross Smith, Jeff Smith. Watamina, Koltsov. Keen Barry, Paul Lim. Louis Williams, Shibata. Moonokamp, Ashton. O'Connor, Lauby. Kyvan Hoven, Kai Smith. Hunt, Kritchmar. Everett, Williams. Clearmacher, John Michael. Florian Hempel, Martin Schindler. Jamie Hughes, Raymond Smith. Yep. Steve Lennon, Madas Rasma. Ryan Joyce, Roman Benecki. Ryan Meikle, Fabian Schmulzer. Luke Woodhouse, James Wilson. William Borland, Bradley Brooks. Jason Heaver, Juan Rodriguez. Jason Lowe, Daniel Larson. Alan Suter, Diogo Portela. Joe Mernon, Paul Lim. Callum Ridds against Yuki Yamada. Chaz Barstow against John Norman Jr. Rusty Jake Rodriguez against Ben Robb. Darius Labanauskas against Charles Losper. Ryby John Rodriguez against Nick Kenny. Adrian Lewis against Matt Campbell. Scott Mitchell against Chris Landman. Raymond Van Barneveld against Lawrence Ilagun. And Ricky Evans against Nitin Kumar. Get me your first round tie of the round. Cam Mobiles says, hi, greetings from Poland. I hope Ratajski will play as good as in last year. Ratajski in the first round has, or in the second round, I should say, he has Steve Lennon or Madas Rasma. And if he wins that, he will have either Mervyn King, Ryan Joyce, or Roman Benecki. Danny Baggish is not in this tournament, no. Flexi Man says, I'm very pumped for Ridds. You think he has a chance against Brendan Dolan? Callan Ridds. Let's have a look at Callan Ridds. We're still going to stay live for a little bit, guys. So if there's any parts of the draw or not really parts of the draw, if there's any players you want me to look at, I can in more detail. Callan Ridds. Bear with me. I can't find Callan Ridds a minute. It's against Brendan Dolan, isn't it? So it'll be there. So he's got Yuki Yamada round 1. And then he will play, like I say, Brendan Dolan. Should he beat Brendan Dolan, he's got either Nathan Aspinall, Mernon, or Paul Lim. I think he gets past Yamada quite... look, one thing I will do is I won't be disrespectful to any darts player. There's some darts players in here that realistically have absolutely no chance of getting past their first game. So I'm not going to say that to Yamada. I've never seen this guy play. He could play Callan Ridds and knock him out 3-0. So I'm not going to say anything against these players. Like I say, they've got no chance. But I think Callan Ridds beats Yamada quite comfortably. I think he beats Brendan Dolan in round 2. And I think he loses to Aspinall by a set in the deciding set. Who's Brooks playing? I think he's got William Borland off the top of my head. Yeah, he's got William Borland. And if he wins that, he's got Ryan Searle. And if he wins against Ryan Searle, he has either Danny Noppert, Jason Heaver, or Juan Rodriguez. So that is Bradley Brooks' little run. I've never seen Yuki Yamada play Flexi, so I have absolutely no idea on how good he is, what his strengths, weaknesses are. Is he good at doubles? Is he a high scorer? So I can't really say what I think is going to happen, strongly. I think Ridds wins 3-0. That is my prediction. I think he wins 3-0. But you can win a game 3-0, but only win your set 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. So essentially, it's a 9-6 game. A 9-6 is not bad, really. You've only lost by 3 legs. So if you turn the set play into leg play and you lose 3-0, but 3-2 in every set, then, like I said, it's 9-6. It's not that bad, is it? So I think leg play, set play can be very deceiving. Because if you lose 3-0, it could not be a 3-0 game. You could miss set darts in every single of the 3 sets. And I think that's one thing that will definitely happen, I think, quite a few times in the tournament. You will have games that that will be 3-2 in set-wise, but the person might lose 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. As you said, Ratajski could play Dimitri van den Berg in last round before quarterfinal. If it will happen, it will be a tough match for Christoph. He lost to Dimitri sometimes in this year. Yeah, it's going to be massive for like the big names, I think. You'd expect. Right, there's 32 seeds. I would expect. I'm going to make a bold prediction now. I haven't massively in-depthly looked at the draw, but out of the 32 seeds, there will be over half. I'd probably say 18 at least of the seeds will get into the third round. So, there will be an opportunity for seeds to get knocked out of the tournament. And just because you're a seed, you're a top 32 seed, it doesn't mean you're a guaranteed bye until the next round. That's one thing I will say. You're not a guaranteed bye to the latter stages. Like a world number 4, James Wade, isn't guaranteed a semi-final place, if that makes sense. There's a lot of players non-seeded. Let me just run through the non-seeds, by the way. So this is some of the quality of the non-seeds. So I won't run through them all because that would be pointless. So the main ones to pick out as the non-seeded this mine: Callan Ridge, Ross Smith, Raymond van Barneveld, Ryan Joyce, Adrian Lewis, Alan Suter, Darius Labanauskas, Raby Rusty John Rodriguez, Keane Barry, Ricky Evans, William O'Connor, Joe Mernon, Florian Hempel, Ryan Meikle, Ted Everts, Adam Hunt, Lisa Ashton, Bradley Brooks, Nick Kenny, Boris Koltsov, Paul Lim, Diogo Portela, Madaz Rasmus, Schindler, Fallon Sherrock, Jim Williams, James Wilson. There's just some of the names that are non-seeded, which is unbelievable. Also, I will be doing watch-alongs for the World Championship, guys. So I will be doing live watch-alongs for the Worlds at the start of the tournament. Who did you say? Gabriel Clemens. I think he's got Louis Williams or Shibata. Yeah, he has. So he's got Jim Williams or Jim Williams or I want to say the name. So Toyo Kazi. No, I'm so bad at pronunciation. Toyo Kazu Shibata. Toyo Kazu Shibata or Louis Williams, Gabriel Clemens has. And it doesn't get much easier because if he gets through that, he's potentially got Johnny Clayton. So that is a massive draw for Gabriel Clemens. But as we know, he knocked Peter Wright out of the tournament last year. If there are any players you want me to check, let me know in the chat now so I can go through the draw. I'm still going to stay live for like another 20 minutes, something like that, just to run through some stuff and some bits of the draw. All of the draw hasn't been announced yet officially on, or hasn't been updated on Wikipedia, because that's where I use. And it has. Right, all of the draw has been updated on Wikipedia now, so I will put that in my notes later on. But if you are new to the channel, please do make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. We are going to do a lot of coverage during the World Championships, so make sure to stick around because it's going to be a class World Championship. So I can just see it. Is there any other players that I want to look at? Paul Lim. Let's have a quick look at Paul Lim again. So Paul Lim, we've gone through Paul Lim quite a few times, but I just love the man. So Paul Lim will play Joe Mernon, then Nathan Aspinall, then Brendan Dolan, Rids, or Yamada. Hard to boost Steve, but the classless won't disappoint. Hopefully puts an end to them in the first round. You know what about Steve Beaton? Look, I think it's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. I don't know whether Fallon gets past him or not. Look, I think he's definitely capable of beating Fallon Sherrock. Of course he is. He's been in so many events, so many world championships and stuff like that. So I think he's definitely capable of beating Fallon. Do you know when we can expect which players will play in the Premier League in 2022? The Premier League will probably get announced after the World Championship final. Because you could have someone like a random name. I'm trying to think. You could have someone like Mervyn King. No, not Mervyn King. He's too low down. You could have Joe Cullen or something win the Worlds, and then Joe Cullen will be in the Premier League. Or you could have Luke Humphreys, for example, get to like the semi-final or final of the Worlds, and then potentially, you know, somehow I don't know how you can get a place in the Premier League for finishing in the semi-finals though, but they'll try and get Fallon Sherrock in somehow. Who do you think will win the Worlds? It's got to be Gezi, hasn't it? I mean, Gerwyn Price has got a very, very easy draw. He's got, in my opinion, it's easy. He's got Ed House or Wen in the first round, so in the second round. So Gezi's into the third round there. No disrespect to Ed House or Liao Wen, is it? Need to see how you pronounce it. Li Hao Wen. So Gerwyn Price, for me, gets through. I think he gets through that quite comfortably as well. And then he's got Kim Huybrechts, Steve Beaton, or Fallon Sherrock in round 3. I think he gets past that. I think he does get past that in round 3 against Kim Huybrechts, Beaton, or Sherrock. And then he's got either Ross Smith, Jeff Smith, Stephen Bunting, Watamina Koltsov, or Van Duijvenbode in the third round. I think he gets that into the fourth round. No, sorry, he's got Ed House or Wen in the second round. He's got Beaton, Sherrock, or Huybrechts in the third round, and in the fourth round he's got either Smith, the two Smiths, Bunting, Watamina Koltsov, or Van Duijvenbode. I think he beats Bunting in that. I think he beats Bunting in the fourth round, and I think he beats Johnny Clayton in the quarters. So for me, Gezi has got. I hate to say it, like I said, I don't like saying this is an easy draw, but Richie Eddis or Li Hao Wen, I think Gezi puts either of those out pretty comfortably. And I think we're looking at Gezi at least into the fourth round or quarterfinals. Any other interesting stuff that you guys want to talk about? I think in terms of shocks, I'm already looking at the first round as potential shocks. So Ed House, I think in the first sort of section of the first round, the only shock I'm looking at is Lisa Ashton beating Moonall-Camp. Is that a shock though? Lisa Ashton, if she beats Moonall-Camp? Look, this is not going to happen, by the way, but we have got a potential quarter-final of Lisa Ashton versus Fallon Sherrock, which unbelievably could actually happen. Fallon Sherrock against Lisa Ashton in the quarterfinals of the Worlds, if both players make it that far. Is there any players you want me to have a look at, though, and tell you who they got in the first round and following up, basically, in the second round? Because there's some decent draws in here. I am, looking at, I haven't broke it down just yet in terms of what section of the draw is the heaviest. What's Peter's run up till MVG? Right, let's bring... Which topic is more present in England? Is it more like football or darts? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Right, let me bring up this. John Henderson is not at the... John Henderson is not at the tournament, mate. No Hendo, no party. Right, so let's have a look at Peter Wright's run. So Peter Wright in round 2 is Ryan Meikle or Fabian Schmolzer, which will then be Luke Woodhouse, Wilson or Heta in the 3rd round. Then in the 4th round, he's looking at Borland, Brooks, Heaver, Rodriguez, Noppy or Ryan Searle in the 4th round. And in the quarterfinals, he's either got Lowe, D'Souza, Larson, Suter, Portela, Sulovic, Mernon, Lim, Aspinall. So realistically, this is my predicted run to the semi-final for Peter Wright. I think he gets, realistically, Ryan Meikle in round 2, Damon Heta in round 3, Ryan Searle in round 4, and Jose or Aspinall in the quarters. Yeah, Hendo is not there. John Henderson is not at the Worlds. Bottom half is heavy. Let's have a look. So, bottom half, you've got Wright. No, yes, it is. Wright, Heta, Searle, D'Souza, Sulovic, Aspinall, Dolan, Noppy. You've also got in there Meikle, Brooks, Suter, Paul Lim, Callan Rids. And then you've also got MVG, Humphreys, Anderson, Cross, Gurney, Barney, Adrian Lewis, Labanauskas. Yeah, I would say bottom half is heavy. Bottom half heavy. Let me know if there's any parts of the draw you want me to look at, because this is for you guys. This is you guys and me getting to break down the World Championship draw. So let me know if there's any like parts of the draw you want to look at, any player you want to look at. But for me, I think there's some really good draws in there. Like some really good draws. Let's look at the top half then. So the top half, you've got... I don't know what Glenn Durrant is going to turn up for the Worlds. I would like to say Duzza could have a decent little run because he's got... No. Duzza has got a very hard route to the quarters. He's got O'Connor or Lowby. If he gets through that, he's got Murnelkamp, Ashton or Michael Smith just to get to the 3rd round. And if he gets to the 3rd round, if he wins his 3rd round match, in the 4th round, he's got Keane Barry, Johnny Clayton, Louis Williams or Gabriel Clemens, realistically. Ratajski, Christoph Ratajski. Ratajski's in section 2. So we'll zoom in on the Ratajski. What am I doing? Sorry about that. So we'll zoom in on this part of the draw then for Ratajski. So Christoph Ratajski has Steve Lennon or Madaz Razma in round 2, guaranteed. You know, he's definitely in round 2, so he will be here. If he gets over Florian Hempel, Martin Schindler, Dimitri Vandenberg, Jamie Hughes, Raymond Smith, or Devon Peterson. Should he get through that, he's then got a quarter-final from this slot, from these. So Ratajski could have a decent little run, actually, to be fair. He's got, like I said, I think he gets past Steve Lennon or Razma. I think he's over 5 sets. Ratajski just has enough for me. I think he gets past whoever comes out of this section, Joyce, Benecki, King. He gets through that. And then I think I don't know. I think it'll be a 4th round, a last 16 game between Dimitri and Ratajski is what I think. Ratajski versus Dimitri will be a last 16 game in my opinion. Let me know anyone else you want to look at, guys. Because like I said, this is your, not your stream, but this is your chance if you want to find out who certain players have got in tournaments. And if you are new as well, please do make sure to smash the subscribe button. And if you are new to the channel, please make sure to like the stream. If you do want to donate, you can do that via the super chat or becoming a member, as of course. But liking and subscribing and is most important. So let me know if there's anyone else you want to look at. But you know, there's a lot of decent players in here. You look at the most open section. I'm just going to skim through it. So I'd say no for that. Most open. I'd say the most open is this one, actually. I'd say the most open draw is this one. Because Kuyvenhoven could beat James Wade. Adam Hunt could beat Van der Voort. I think Cullen beats either one of these, to be honest. I think Kleermaker can beat Whitlock. I think either of these could beat Dimitri. I think Devon beats either one of them. I think Steve Lennon or Rasmus could beat Ratajski. And I think Ryan Joyce could beat Merv King. I think that's the most open part of the draw, in my opinion, is this section here. Because there's a lot of players from the first round as the non-seeded players that could, like I say, cause these players some upset. Right, let's go through the seeds. This will be quite interesting. Let's go through the seeds that I think will get knocked out in the second round and see how many seeds will be left. So Price wins. So Price is 1 seed through. Kim Huybrechts. I think Kim Huybrechts loses to Ivor. So I'm going to say Kim Huybrechts is out. So that's 1 seed out. I think Bunting beats either one of these. I think Van Duijvenbode beats either one of these. I think Clayton does. I think Gabriel Clemens does. I think Michael Smith does realistically. I think Danny Levy beats William O'Connor and then beats Duzzer. So that's 2 seeds I've got to get knocked out at round 2. So that's 2 seeds out so far. 6 seeds through. James Wade gets past Kuyvenhoven. I'm going to go Adam Hunt to knock out Vincent Van der Voort. So that's 3 seeds going. Cullen wins that. Whitlock wins that. Dimitri wins that. Devon wins that. Ratajski wins that. And I'm going to go Ryan Joyce to knock out Mervyn King. So that's 4 seeds I've got to get knocked out so far. 4. I think Wright beats Meikle or Wright wins either. I think Heta wins either. I think Searle wins either. I think Noppy wins either. I think Jose wins either. I think Alan Suter knocks out Sulevic. Alan Suter knocks out Mensur Sulevic. So that's 5 seeds. I think Aspinall and Brendan Dolan both win. And then the last section, MVG wins. I think Dobie wins. I think Labanauskas knocks out Chizzy. Darius Labanauskas to knock out Dave Chisnell. So that's 6 seeds out. I think Humphreys wins. I think Anderson wins. I think Ian White wins. I've got Raymond van Barneveld to knock out Rob Cross. So that's 7 seeds. And Daryl Gurney beats Ricky Evans. So I've got 7 seeds to get knocked out of the tournament, in my opinion. 7 of the 32, I think, will not make it past round 2. You think King will get to the quarters? To get to the quarters, mate, he has got to get past. Yeah, to get to the quarters, Mervyn King has got to get out of this section. I don't think Mervyn King gets out of this. In my personal opinion, I don't think Mervyn King gets out of that. That is tough. That is very tough for Merv King. I don't think you can argue a case for him to get out of that. On his day, absolutely. On his day, absolutely, Mervyn King can get out of that. But I don't think he will. I think... What do you mean nothing there? You've got a world match play champion. You've got Ratajski is one of the... Not one of the... I think, yeah, he is one of the most informed players in major tournaments at the moment. Martin Schindler is doing decent. Look, I think Mervyn King can. Mervyn King's a very good darts player. I think he can get through it, but I'm not too sure. I think he will struggle. I think he will struggle in that section of the draw. There's definitely players in that section of the draw that he can lose to, but most definitely can also beat. Reigning champion, Gerwyn Price. To get into the quarterfinal, that is Gerwyn Price's run to the quarterfinals. I'm sorry, but I don't see where Gezi loses up to the quarters. I don't see where Gezi loses up to the quarters. You could potentially say, I need to move myself. I'm in the way there. Right. I've moved myself out the way. I don't think there's anyone that Gezi loses to. I might be arrogant as I'm Welsh and I want Gezi to win, but I don't think Gezi has any problems from that. I don't think he has a problem there. I don't think he has a problem here out of beaten Sherrick Hybrex. Potentially here, Stephen Bunting. Potentially Van Duijvenbode, but ultimately, I don't think Gezi has problems getting to the quarters. What did someone say? Ryan Searle. Ryan Searle. What section are you in, buddy? Where's it gone? Ryan Searle. I think he's in this section, isn't he? Yeah. So Ryan Searle's road to the... I don't know. I don't know whether he gets through that. So basically, Ryan Searle, I'll zoom out because obviously my face is in the way. So Ryan Searle has, not that. Ryan Searle has Meikle. Let me zoom out. Ryan Searle has, not Meikle, has Borland or Brooks. I'm not sure. I think Brooks gets past Borland, but I think Searle knocks Brooks out. Then he's got Heaver, Rodriguez, or Noppy. I think Noppy comes through that. So Ryan Searle versus Danny Noppert in the third round here. Then he's got Meikle, Wright, Woodhouse, Meikle, Schmolzer, Wright, Woodhouse, Wilson, or Heta. Yeah, I think he will play Peter Wright in round 3. I think he will play him in round 3. I don't see... Look, Heta can beat Peter Wright. Don't get me wrong. Damon Heta can beat Peter Wright. But I just don't see over 5 sets Damon Heta having enough to beat Wright. But I could also see Noppy beating Searle. I think the difference with Ryan Searle now is because he's because he is on such a high at the moment after that Players' Championship, and rightly so. Oh yeah, fourth round. Yeah. So his second round match will be Bradley Brooks or Borland, sorry. Then his third round match will be Noppy if Noppy gets through. And then the fourth round will be Peter Wright. So last 16. So Ryan Searle versus Peter Wright in the last 16 it will be. Right, let's give my... Right, I'm going to give my last 16 predictions then. Last 16 predictions. I've already said who I think the semi-finalists will be. I said semi-finalists will be Gerwyn Price versus Joe Cullen. Gezi versus Joe Cullen in semi-final 1. And semi-final 2 will be Peter Wright versus... I don't know who comes out of this. I don't know who wins this section. Oh, that is hard. Big up, Sean. Oh, I don't know who comes out of that. That is a difficult sort of run, that. I tell you what, whoever comes out of this section, they have played well. That is very well if someone comes out of this. So, obviously, Van Gogh is probably the favourite to win the entire tournament, or one of the favourites. So, he's going to be favourite to come through this. But I think... I'm not too sure. Someone says, why are some of them in the round 2 already? Basically, mate, the way it is, the top 32 in the world all get put in a fixed bracket. And then the winner, obviously, the first round matches will play for a place against the seed. So the top 32 already guaranteed in the second round. I think Van Gogh is winning that section. Steve says, note to self, don't bet on it. Right, so let's give our predictions then for the last 16. So the last 16 is 4 from each section. So the last 16 is 4 from... No, we'll do quarters. Right, so give me your quarter-final prediction from that. So 2 players. So 1 from the top half of section 1 and 1 from the bottom half of section 1. Give me your... Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. No, I'll take myself off screen. So get your quarter-final predictions from that. So pick someone from the top half and someone from the bottom half of that for your prediction. So let me know what you think from the top half of section 1 and the bottom half of section 1. Give me... I'm still on stream. It's just I've taken my my camera off to make sure you can see it all. So I want someone from the top half, someone from the bottom half as quarterfinal 1. So we've got Gezi versus Smith. Got Price versus Clayton. No. Yeah, Price versus Clayton. That's an option, yeah. Gerwin Price versus Johnny Clayton. Fallon versus Michael Smith. So Kenneth has got Price Clayton. Price, Bunting, Clayton, Smith. So you think Price plays Bunting in the last 16 game and Clayton plays Smith in the last 16. What is your quarterfinal prediction, though, Bob? That's just your last 16 prediction. What's your quarterfinal prediction? Mine is Price against Clayton. I have to go Price Clayton. I think they're the best 2 players in the world on form at the moment. Price versus Smith. I'll tell you what, a lot of people are backing Michael Smith as a potential winner. Yeah, I think that is going to be hard for Fallon Sherrock. Let me change the title, actually, because this is predictions as well. So bear with me. Right, there we are. I've just changed the title as I want to change this to predictions, as we are doing predictions for the tournament as well. Yes, I am Welsh, Steve. Right, so let's see some more. So we've got Price versus Van Duijvenbode. So you think Van Duijvenbode beats Bunting? Wow, that's a big shock. I don't think Bunting loses to Van Duijvenbode. And Clayton Smith. Right, I'll take a few more minutes to see what your quarterfinal / last 16 prediction is. So, right, Emily, I'll give you 2 more minutes to get me your quarterfinal prediction from this section. So 1 from the top half, 1 from the bottom half. Steve. Well, you've got Danny Lauby, Steve, mate. Got Danny Lauby in there for you. Price, Bunting, Clayton Smith. Yep. Right, 1 more minute to get your quarterfinal or last 16 prediction. So quarterfinal you've gone is Price Clayton. Right, last minute then. 20 seconds to get your predictions in for that. Please make sure to like and subscribe as well, by the way. That is much appreciated. Yeah, I wanted Danny Baggish as well. I'm actually good mates with Danny Baggish, which is quite mental. I done an interview with him before. Right, so last minute then, get your final quarterfinal predictions in before I move on to section 2. So the majority has gone. I will go on the majority. These are not my predictions. These are your predictions. So my prediction is Price versus Clayton. But let me just see what the majority of you guys are saying. The majority are agreeing with me. Price against Clayton. So if you want to get your prediction in, quickly get it in. Yeah, so the majority are going Price against Johnny Clayton. Right, so I'll put myself back on screen. Right, let's go to section 2. So there is section 2. Get your quarterfinal predictions in for section 2. So far, quarterfinal 1, you guys have gone Price versus Clayton in quarterfinal 1. Get your quarterfinal predictions for section 2. So it'll be interesting. This will be interesting to see what you guys put for this. I think I know what people are going to go for here, but I'll wait and see what you guys pick. I know what I'm going to go with. So quarterfinal prediction. So someone from the top half. So someone from this half of the draw. And then someone for the bottom half. Dimmy versus Wizard. That would be a good quarterfinal. That would be good. James Wade versus Cullen. So you've gone James Wade versus Cullen, last 16. You've gone Dmitry Ratajski, last 16. And Cullen to beat Wade, Dmitry to beat Ratajski, Dmitry to beat Cullen. So just your quarterfinal then. So your quarterfinal prediction, Kenneth, is Cullen against Dmitry. Keep getting your quarterfinal predictions in. Last 16, Wade, Cullen, Dmitry Ratajski. What is your quarterfinal prediction then, gaming? So everyone is pretty much going what I thought they was going to go. Wade versus Peterson. Wow, Steve. Steve has just shocked the system. So Steve has gone Devin Peterson to get past Dmitry Ratajski and Mervyn King. I've got to be honest with you, that I didn't expect that. Wade versus Dmitry. Well, my quarterfinal is Cullen against Dmitry. Everyone seems to be going Wade versus Dmitry. Right, you've got Cullen's second round exit. Who do you think Cullen loses to then? Everts or Williams? I don't think he loses to Williams. Right, I'll give you 1 minute left to get me your predictions. You think he loses to Ted? I'll give you 50 seconds to get your predictions in. So far, the majority, unless we get loads of Unless we get loads of predictions for something else, I think I know what the majority is. Evans. Evans is not in the draw. Ricky Evans is not in this part of the draw. Right, so 20 seconds. Otherwise, I pretty much... Yeah, I don't think Ted is beating Cullen either. I just don't see that happening. Sorry to any Ted Everts fans. Steve Lennon for the semis. Wow. Is Steve... Yeah, Steve Lennon is in this part. Wade Hunt. Right, so you guys have basically... Right, so the majority is Wade versus Dimitri. So that's the majority. Right, section 3. So get your predictions in for section 3. I'll take my screen. I'll take myself off screen. You've got 4.5 minutes. Right, no, right. Get me your predictions in a minute. Or not in a minute, but I'll tell you when to get them in. Because I'm doing it on a time basis. So in 15 seconds, start getting your predictions in. I will take myself off screen. The reason I'm doing it every so often is because I'm doing it on like a time scale. Right, so get your predictions in for the quarterfinals of this section now. Start getting your predictions in now for this section. Again, one from the top half, one from the bottom half. Noppy versus Asp. Noppy versus Asp. I don't think Noppy gets past Ryan Searle. Should Ryan Searle get into the third round? Nothing is guaranteed, of course, but Wade versus King. Wade is not in this section. This section. Wright versus Aspinall. I think the Aspinall one is it's difficult. Wright versus Searle. That will be a last 16 game, won't it, Steve? What was your prediction, Donovan? Oh, Noppy versus Asp, yeah. So we got Gaming saying Wright, Searle, Sulovic, Aspinall. What's your quarterfinal prediction then? Steve's gone to Sousa versus Aspinall as the two last 16. So what's your quarterfinal then? So last 16 and quarterfinal, like I said. Also, guys, we will be live for watch-alongs for the World Championship. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it does mean a lot, and it does help grow the channel. So quarterfinal, Wright versus... No, you've got to give us two names. You've got to give us two names. You've got to give us two names. Oh, you have. You said then Wright versus... Oh, no. I want two names from Gaming Met Mark, is it? You've just said quarterfinal Wright versus De Sousa or Aspinall. There's no this person or. I want definitives. I want this person versus this person. I don't want you sitting on the fence because you might get stingy now. You might get I don't know what I can't think of the bloody word. What's that bloody word? If you sit on the fence, you'll get... Oh, I don't know what I'm on about. And I think Searle could beat Wright. So you think Searle could beat... Well, yeah, Wright or Searle realistically are in the quarters. I think they play the last 16 together. Right, one more minute to get your predictions in for the quarterfinals of this section. I'll just quickly look through what the average is saying. So we've got... You get a post. Yeah. Right, keep getting your predictions in. Right, 20 more seconds, and then I will see the majority of what you guys have said. I like doing this. It's interactive. It's good. Last chance to get your predictions in, and right, that's it. So the majority of you guys said Peter Wright versus Nathan Aspinall, quarterfinal. Right, section 4, the last section of the draw. So again, pick one player from the top half, one person from the bottom half for the quarterfinals. Oh, Sean, I'm not going to run through the names. The screen is big enough for everyone else. No one else is complaining. So I will be doing watch-alongs for all of the World Championships as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Hopefully, all of you join me for that. Yeah, 16 days away. Ages, man. Absolutely ages. Right, get your quarterfinal prediction in for this. Quarterfinal prediction for this. So, again, one from the top half, one from the bottom half. You've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to get your quarterfinal prediction from this section. I know what mine is, but let's see what you guys say. But like I said, I know what mine is. MVG versus Cross, says Donovan. Is it Donovan? Yeah, Donovan. I really don't like to get names wrong. So I will try my best not to pronounce your names terribly wrong. So we've got MVG versus Cross. Again, like I said, one from the top half. So one from MVG to Humphreys, and then one from Ando to Gurney. So no, I haven't got a Discord chat, Steve, but I will be live. I do go live for all like watch-alongs for the darts and stuff. So I will be doing watch-alongs for the World Championship. So hopefully see you there, Steve. But take care, mate, and thanks for subscribing and joining the channel. So we've got last 16, MVG versus Humphreys, Anderson versus Cross. Right, my one is a shock, by the way. My one is a shock. So let's see what you guys are saying. So quarterfinals, Van Gogh and Anderson, Van Gogh and Anderson, MVG Cross, MVG Cross. Mine is a shock. I will tell you mine in a minute, but mine is a shock. So I like doing shocks. So you guys are going to be like, what the heck? What is he doing? Why is he doing that? But you'll see. You'll see the logic behind my shock. I think Anderson is going to be more serious. Yeah, Anderson takes the world champs much more serious than anything else. Sorry, much more serious. It's like the world championship is the pinnacle of darts, isn't it? So obviously you're going to take that more serious. He has a tendency to perform well. Yeah, I hope for Chizzy. So are you saying Chizzy then? Right, 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute to get your predictions in. And so far, it's equal between 2 quarterfinal matchups. Oh, he's just got another prediction in there. So 1 more minute then to get your last quarterfinal predictions. And then I will see what you guys predicted for the quarterfinals. And then how it compares to my quarterfinals. So last 30 seconds. and Barney. Don't forget Raymond van Barneveld. Right, there we go. So the majority of you have put MVG versus Rob Cross. So I'm going to go through what you guys predicted as a majority compared to my predictions. So you guys predicted quarterfinal 1, Gerwyn Price versus Johnny Clayton. I agree with you. Gerwyn Price versus Johnny Clayton is my quarterfinal prediction. You guys then predicted James Wade versus Dimitri Van den Bergh in quarterfinal 2. And I'm also going with... Actually, I'm not. I'm going Joe Cullen, Dimitri Van den Bergh. I think Joe Cullen beats James Wade in the last 16. Section 3, you guys have gone Peter Wright versus Nathan Aspinall. I've gone Peter Wright versus Jose de Souza. And then finally, you guys have gone MVG versus Rob Cross. I've got in the quarterfinals MVG Raymond van Barneveld. That is it. I've gone big and bold. I've gone MVG versus RVB in the quarterfinals. I've got Raymond to get past Rob Cross, Daryl Gurney, and then a shock, Gary Anderson. That is my prediction. That is my bold prediction. Raymond van Barneveld to get to the quarterfinals of the World Championships. I know I'm going to get slated for that, but I think Barney will get to the quarterfinals. So, your semi-final predictions then. My semi-final predictions, Gerwyn Price, Joe Cullen in semi-final 1. Second semi-final is Peter Wright versus Raymond van Barneveld. I've got Raymond van Barneveld to get to the semi-finals of the World Championships. My semi-final prediction, Gezi versus Cullen, and I think Gezi beats Cullen. Semi-final 2, Peter Wright versus Raymond van Barneveld, and I've got Peter Wright to get through that one. I am probably insane, but look, you've got to go insane with some predictions, haven't you? It's just the rule of predictions and betting. You've got to go mental sometimes. Lawrence Ilagan will not beat Raymond van Barneveld. Right, is there any player... Right, what we're going to do now. Is there any player you want me to go through? Is there any player or route or section of the draw that you want me to go through before I wrap this up? Because I will be wrapping this up very shortly. So is there anything you want me to go through for the last 10 minutes or so of the stream? Because I'm going to... No, do you know what? I'll stay live for another 15 minutes. So until 9 o'clock. And this will just be now, if there's anything you want me to go through, certain part of the draw, certain player. 19, not 19. Demi versus Asp final. So Aspinall, I think he loses to Wright in the quarters. No, I think he loses to Jose in the last 16, sorry. I think he loses to Jose in the last 16. Dimitri, Joe Cullen quarterfinal. Dimitri could win that. Dimitri could win that. If you are new to the channel, though, guys, please do make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. That is much appreciated. It does mean a lot with the support of you guys. I think Smith versus Dimitri Van den Bergh and MVG versus Wright. Callum Ridge into the quarterfinals. Who's he got again? No, he's in the third section, isn't he? Yeah, so he's got Yamada. He gets through Yamada. Brendan Dolan. I think he can get through Brendan Dolan. So he then has Aspinall, Murnan, or Lim in the third round, the last 32. If he gets past... No, I don't think Callum Rydz gets to the quarters. Sorry, I don't think not Cullen. I don't think Callum Rydz gets to the quarterfinals, unfortunately. I think the game Rydz gets knocked out of is against Aspinall in the third round. I don't see him getting past Aspinall. I really don't see him getting past Nathan Aspinall. Donovan says, I would like a changing of generation. Look, if Dimitri Van den Berg plays Nathan Aspinall in the final, that would be massive, wouldn't it? That would be huge. Cross Smith final? No. That will never happen. Michael Smith. Michael Smith doesn't get past Clayton. MVG Cross. MVG can't play Cross in the Van den Berg Cullen. Van den Berg Cullen. Oh, you mean Cullen as a... Oh, quarters, right. So let's have a look at this then. So you've gone Price Smith, quarterfinal 1. I could go for that. You've got... what have you got from this one? You've got Van den Berg Cullen, quarterfinal 2. Then you've got Wright against Aspinall, quarterfinal 3. And then you've got MVG Cross. Yeah, that seems like a decent enough prediction. I think that could work. It's going to be interesting to see how Fallon Sherrock and Lisa Ashton get on, isn't it? Because Cullen, one of the seeded players with an early exit. I was going through this earlier, actually, Donovan, mate. I went through and I think I counted 7 seeds that are going out. So the first seeds that are going out, Kim Hybrex, it loses to Fallon Sherrock. I think, what do you call it? Kim Hybrex beats Sherrock. Fallon Sherrock beats Hybrex, so he's seed 1 that goes out. I think Danny Levy beats Durrant, so that's 2 seeds out. I think Adam Hunt beats Vandervoort, that's 3 seeds out. I think Ryan Joyce beats King, so that's 4 seeds out. I think Suter knocks Sulovic out, so that's 5. And then I think Raymond knocks Rob Cross out, so that's 6. I counted 7. Oh, and Labanauskas knocks Chisnell out, so that's 7. That's the 7 that I've got to get knocked out early. Oh, Russ Bray. Russ Bray, I'm presuming that's who you're on about. Surprise, Chisnell. Chisnell Gurney, I don't think so. I don't think Chisnell's game is there. I thought Clayton was really bad in the Players' Championship. So lucky to get as far as he did before getting smashed by Wright. Johnny Clayton, it's worked out quite handy for Johnny Clayton. He's got Gabriel Clemens, and Gabriel Clemens is sort of form and doubling and all that malarkey is not amazing at the moment. And then he's got Michael Smith, who, you know, say what you want about Michael Smith in big tournaments or big situations, he does normally tend to lose it. So I think Johnny Clayton has got a nice little draw there, actually. I don't think Clayton will be furious about that draw. It is quite a little handy draw. It's not too top heavy. It's not like massive names in there. But the surprise, the shock for me is this part of the draw here. Adrian, in this part of the draw, you've got Adrian Lewis, Gary Anderson, Rob Cross, Raymond Van Barneveld, Ricky Evans, Daryl Gurney. That is such a solid part of the draw, that. You've got 4 world champions in there. Adrian Lewis, Gary Anderson, Raymond Van Barneveld, Rob Cross. You've got 2 two-time world champs. You've got a 5-time world champ. And you've got a world champ in Rob Cross. And Scott Mitchell as well, I believe. So that is just unbelievable. The fact that that is that part of the draw is just mental. Just unbelievable part of the draw. I am going to wrap this stream up shortly, so please make sure to get any last comments or any last predictions or where you think certain players are going to go. If you want me to look at a draw of a part of the draw for a certain player, I'm going to go on until 9 o'clock, so that's 9 more minutes. So so get any questions or, like I said, anything like that you want me to answer. But big up to the support on today's stream. Absolutely unbelievable. Please do make sure to smash a like on the video. Actually, what I'll do is I'll quickly run through my entire predictions. And then once I've done that, if there's any questions, I'll go through them. So my predictions then, going from right from the top. Ed House beats Wen. Sherrick beats Beaton. Ross Smith beats Jeff Smith. Watamina wins. Keane Barry wins. Louis Williams wins. Lisa Ashton wins and Danny Lauby wins. Gerwin Price beats Ed House. Sherrick beats Hybrex. Bunting beats Smith. Van Duivenbode beats Watamina. Clayton beats Barry. Clemens beats Williams. Smith beats Ashton and Lauby beats Durrant. I think Price beats Sherrick. I think Bunting beats Van Duivenbode. I think Clayton beats Clemens. And I think Smith beats Danny Lauby. So then in the third round, I think, in the fourth round, sorry, the quarterfinals, I think Price beats Bunting. And I think Clayton beats Smith. So Gerwin Price versus Johnny Clayton. And I think Gerwin Price goes to the semis. I think Kyvenhoven beats Smith. I think Hunt beats Kritchmar. I think Everts beats Williams. Clearmacher beats John Michael. Schindler beats Hempel. Hughes beats Smith. Rasma beats Lennon. And Joyce beats Benecki. I think Wade beats Kyvenhoven. Van der Voort. Adam Hunt beats Vincent Van der Voort. Cullen beats Everts. Whitlock beats Clearmacher. Dimitri beats Schindler. Devon beats Hughes. Ratajski beats Rasma, and Ryan Joyce beats Mervyn King. Then I think Wade beats Hunt, Cullen beats Whitlock, Dimitri beats Devon, and I think Ratajski beats Ryan Joyce. So then you've got Cullen beats James Wade. I think Dimitri beats Ratajski, and I think Cullen beats Ratajski, so Cullen will play Gezi Price in semi-final 1. Then the bottom half, I think Meikle beats Schmulzer. I think Woodhouse beats Wilson. I think Brooks beats Borland. I think Heaver beats Rodriguez. I think Lowe beats Larson. I think Suter beats Bortella. I think Paul Lim beats Mernon. And I think Rids beats Yamada. Then I think Peter Wright beats Meikle. Heta beats Woodhouse. Searle beats Brooks. Noppy beats Heaver. D'Souza beats Lowe. Suter beats Sulovic. Nathan Aspinall beats Paul Lim. Callan Rids beats Brendan Dolan. Then in the third round, I think Wright beats Heta. Searle beats Noppert. D'Souza beats Suter. And Aspinall beats Rids. So then the last 16, Peter Wright beats Ryan Searle. I think Jose beats... I don't know what. Jose or Aspinall? I'm going to go Aspinall. Aspinall beats Jose. And then in the quarterfinal, Peter Wright beats Aspinall. So Peter Wright is in semi-final 2. And then section 4, Barstow beats John Norman. Rusty Jake beats Rob. Labanauskas beats Losper. Raby John beats Nick Kenny. Adrian Lewis beats Campbell. Mitchell beats Landman. Barney beats Ilagan. And Evans beats Kumar. I think MVG beats Barstow. Dobie beats Rusty Jake. Labanauskas beats Chisnell. Humphreys beats Raby John. Anderson beats Lewis. White beats Mitchell. Barney beats Cross. Evan. Gurney beats Evan, sorry. And then you've got the third round. I think MVG beats Dobie. Humphreys beats Labanauskas. Anderson beats White. And Barney beats Gurney. And then in the last 16, I've got MVG to beat Luke Humphreys. And I've got Raymond van Barneveld to beat Gary Anderson. And in the quarterfinals, I've got Raymond van Barneveld to beat Michael van Gerwen. So in this 4 semi-finals, I've got Peter Wright versus Joe Cullen. Peter Wright, no, not Peter Wright. Gerwyn Price versus Joe Cullen. I think Gerwyn Price gets into the final. And semi-final 2, Peter Wright versus Raymond van Barneveld. I think Peter Wright wins semi-final 2. And Gerwyn Price beats Peter Wright in the final. My prediction for the final, 7-5 to Peter Wright in the final. 7-5 to Gerwyn Price in the final. And let's have a look at your comments. Early seed exits, I think, could be Anderson. And thoughts on Matthew Edgar. Look, he should have qualified. All I will say about Matthew Edgar is he should have qualified. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to do that. He should have qualified realistically. He lost the qualifier. If he would have won the qualifier today, he would have been at the Worlds. But it's just unfortunate that he didn't, to be honest. Last question. I think Chizzy would beat Laban. I'm not sure he's not playing well at the moment. Neither of them are, though. Yeah. Look, Labanauskas could easily beat Chisnell, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to wrap up the stream. It's been an absolute blast from doing the actual draw watch along to breaking the draw down, going through the predictions with you guys. If you are new to the channel, please do make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to like the stream. I will do a proper predictions or proper preview the night before the World Championships, or on the 14th of December. And then on the 15th of December, I will be doing a live watch along for day 1 of the World Championships. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and I will see you in the next live stream, guys. But thank you for all the new subscribers, for everyone liking the stream and all stuff like that. I will see you soon, and thanks for joining. Let's get ready for the Worlds. I'm buzzing. You're buzzing. I'll see you there.